it's me, Kate, back with another vintage video, and I wanted to talk about my outfit today, which is kind of a departure for me because this is a very 1940s look, and I don't normally wear 1940s fashions. My preferred eras are the late 1950s to the early 60s, and I also wear some 1970s and early 50s stuff as well. But in general, I just find the 1940s to be a little too elegant and glamorous for the look I'm going for. I'm more drawn to the kitschy and quirky side of vintage clothing rather than the elegant one. But every once in a while, I see a 40s piece that I really love, and that was the case with this dress. So I got it from Archetype Vintage on Etsy. Archetype Vintage is one of my favorite sellers. She is a really beautifully curated shop. She's got excellent taste, so I highly recommend her. This is a 1940s house dress. It's not something any woman in the 40s would have worn outside. It would have been worn for relaxing at home. But obviously in today's era, this is completely appropriate for outdoor wear, and if we weren't all quarantining and social distancing, I'd be wearing this to work or shop or whatever. It's made of a nice light cotton, like a seersucker. And it fastens at the front with a zipper. The zipper is in just amazing condition considering this is over 70 years old. Just shows you how well vintage clothing was made. It's got light shoulder pads, and it's got a bow at the waist, which cinches the waist nicely, and it comes down pretty far, which I like. It's a full-length dress, which I also like because when it comes to 40s dresses, I personally prefer the full-length style to the calf length. The label said it was made by Lazy Sun Fashions of Campus Modes, California, and I really like that label name, but I couldn't find any information about it. So anyway, when I got the dress, I decided to use it as a base to put together a look inspired by my favorite 1940s style icon, Carmen Miranda. I love Carmen Miranda because she's kitschy, she's quirky, she's eccentric, she's all the things I like about vintage style. And she's got a solution for my hair. So I have a pretty short pixie. It needs to be cut now, but obviously I can't get to the salon, and that lends itself to 50s and 60s looks, but it's completely wrong for the 40s. The solution is a Carmen Miranda-esque turban. So I got this turban on Great Hair Day Turban on Etsy. All their turbans are 40s inspired, and I have a bunch of them. This is a full coverage pull-on turban. You just pull it on your head. There's absolutely no knotting, there's no styling, nothing. It could not be easier. I didn't even brush my hair. To make it a little more Carmen Miranda-esque, I added a flower clip. This is from Chatter Blossom, also on Etsy. And as for the jewelry I'm wearing, this is a 1940s inspired brooch by Luxolite, another Etsy seller, and I've got on my Bakelite bangles. I did have a commentator on my first video say these should be referred to as Catalan bracelets. I'm not sure. I've always heard them called Bakelite. I really like how they go with the colorway of the dress. I really feel like this is a dress that was just made for Bakelite. And I've got my trusty telephone cord purse. I had another commentator say this purse must be made out of rope. I swear to you, it's not. This is telephone cords. So these purses were popular in the 40s because during the war, they ran out of a lot of the materials to make purses, like leather and silk were in short supply, so they used telephone cords, which they had in abundance. And they're really collectible, they're fun, they come in a lot of neat colorways. This is the only one I have, but I'd love to get another one. The last thing is the shoes. So I'm wearing the same shoes I wore in my first video. They're very 1940s Carmen Miranda-esque shoes. They're by Remix Vintage Shoes, and they're a really great platform. They're so much fun. They really remind me of Carmen. They'd also be great for any 1970s styles. There's a lot of overlap between 1970s and 1940s fashions. So anyway, stay safe, have fun, dress up if you want to stay home or not. And if you want to have something to watch, check out Carmen Miranda on YouTube because she's really great. Okay, thank you. Bye.